that this sea monster exists might have just changed.
Great white sharks, the apex predators of the seas, are mysteriously being hunted. Carcasses with massive bite marks and signs of ferocious battles are being discovered. What could possibly be hunting these ocean giants? Some experts believe that something colossal, ancient, and terrifying may be lurking in the depths, rising to reclaim its throne as the ultimate predator. From mythical sea monsters to prehistoric giants, join us as we uncover the creatures that might be the reason behind the vanishing great whites. Number 1. The Megalodon. Meet the Megalodon, the largest predator to have ever existed on our planet. This massive shark could grow up to 60 feet in length, with jaws wide enough to swallow a school bus whole. Its name literally means big tooth, and for good reason. Each of its teeth was the size of a human head. The Megalodon was a force to be reckoned with, and its giant tail meant it could swim at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. Imagine coming face to face with a creature that could snap a great white shark in two with a single bite. That's what the Meg was capable of, and it's no wonder it's one of the most feared predators in history. Its massive size and powerful jaws made it the apex predator of its time, and it's likely that it would have seen great white sharks as a little evening snack. If the Megalodon were still alive today, it would be the undisputed king of the ocean, and considering the recent increase in great white shark hunts, maybe it's really back. We just haven't caught a glimpse yet. Number 2. The Leviathan. The Leviathan was a massive prehistoric whale with teeth as long as 4 feet. It lived around 12 million years ago and was one of the largest predators in the ocean back then. Its name comes from the Hebrew word for Leviathan, a sea monster mentioned in the Bible, and this beast was nothing short of biblical itself. The Leviathan was an amazing hunter with a powerful tail and a robust body that allowed it to take down prey twice as big as itself. Despite its massive size, the Leviathan was a master of stealth, using its massive body to ambush its prey before striking with its razor-sharp teeth. It's likely that it would have seen great white sharks as small fry and would have had no problem taking them down if they got in its way. With its massive size and powerful jaws, Leviathan would have been a force to be reckoned with in the ancient ocean. And who knows, maybe it's the real-life inspiration behind the legendary sea monsters of ancient mythology. Number 3. The Pliosaurus. The Pliosaurus was a marine reptile that lived during the time of the dinosaurs. It had a long, snake-like neck and a coiling tail that allowed it to swim at blindingly high speeds. Its flippers were massive, and its jaws were lined with razor-sharp teeth. Pliosaurus was a one-of-a-kind hunter, and its long neck allowed it to strike at prey from angles they would never expect. It was the stuff of nightmares, a creature that looks like a cross between a snake and a crocodile, but with flippers instead of legs. That's what Pliosaurus was like, and it's no wonder it's considered one of the most fearsome sea monsters of all time. Its long neck and powerful jaws made it the perfect predator for taking down large prey, including, you guessed it, great white sharks. If the Pliosaurus is back, then the great white shark doesn't stand a chance. In fact, it might be the first thing on the menu. Number 4. The Tylosaurus. Tylosaurus was a mosasaur with a funny snout and a mean bite. It was around during the late Cretaceous period, around 85 million years ago, and it's a good thing too. The Tylosaurus was a massive creature, reaching lengths of up to 40 feet, and its snout was lined with razor-sharp teeth. Its eyes were sitting on top of its head, allowing it to remain mostly submerged while still being able to see its surroundings, like the telescope on a submarine, but out for blood. The Tylosaurus was a natural hunter, and its snout was perfectly adapted for catching fish and other fast-moving prey. Its powerful jaws and sharp teeth made it a top predator in the ancient ocean, and great white sharks would have been no match for its speed and agility. Snakes today are some of the scariest animals out there, but the Tylosaurus was a true sea serpent, the kind that gave birth to countless stories about sea monsters that hunt in the night. Number 5. The Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus was a massive sail-backed carnivore that lived around the same time as the Tylosaurus, around 100 million years ago. It had a strange sail on its back, which was likely to help with swimming. The Spinosaurus was a fish-eater, with the head of an alligator and a bigger size than a T-Rex. It was a sight to behold, and a predator to stay well away from. Its eyes were positioned on the sides of its head, which gave it a 360-degree view, and nothing could ever hide from it. The Spinosaurus was a true monster, and its massive size made it a top predator in the ancient ocean. It had a big appetite, and so it preyed on large fish and other marine animals, and its sail-backed body allowed it to swim at high speeds. Great white sharks would have been no match for Spinosaurus's powerful jaws and sharp teeth. In fact, the Spinosaurus is considered one of the best predators in the wild. Since it wasn't just hunting out in the sea, it had the land covered too. Number 6. The Mosasaur. The mosasaur was a massive reptile that lived alongside the dinosaurs. It could grow up to 50 whole feet in length, with a tail like a torpedo propeller and flippers that moved like nothing else in the ocean today. Its jaws were lined with like a hydraulic press, but with sharp teeth, and its eyes were positioned on top of its head, giving it the same submarine superpowers as the Tylosaurus. To say the mosasaur was scary would be an understatement. Its massive size made it a top predator in the ancient ocean. It likely preyed on everything: big fish, small fish, squid, octopus, and even other marine reptiles. Great white sharks would have been no match for mosasaur's powerful jaws and sharp teeth. The mosasaur had a terrifying nickname on top of everything else: the T-Rex of the sea. Number 7. The Leviathan. The Leviathan, a legendary sea monster from ancient mythology, is said to be a massive creature of unimaginable power and strength. Described as a giant sea serpent or dragon, the Leviathan is the greatest fear of every pirate, navyman, and seafarer out there. Its massive body is as long as the biggest cargo ships around now, with scales as black as coal and eyes that glow like lava. According to legend, the Leviathan can swallow a ship whole, and its presence can summon storms and whirlpools. Some believe that the Leviathan is not just a myth, but a real creature that woke up because of the changing ocean temperatures. Witnesses have reported sightings of a massive sea creature that matches the Leviathan's description, and some scientists believe that it may be a previously undiscovered species. Whether or not the Leviathan is real, it's hard not to imagine that the reason the great white sharks are all disappearing is because something much bigger is out in the ocean now. Number 8. The Kraken. The Kraken is a legendary sea monster from Norse mythology, said to dwell off the coasts of Norway and Greenland. It was described as a massive squid-like creature with tentacles as long as ships' masts and a body as big as an island. The Kraken was said to be able to drag ships and sailors down to a watery grave. Nothing could escape the great Kraken once it set its eyes on its prey. It is often hailed an old myth, but some scientists think that it may be more than just a legend. Fossil records show that giant squid-like creatures once existed in the ancient oceans, and some believe that the Kraken may be a surviving member of this species. With its massive tentacles and powerful beak, the Kraken would be the perfect predator to take down great white sharks. Number 9. The Orca, killer whale. The orca, also known as the killer whale, is a formidable predator that roams the world's oceans. It's a member of the dolphin family, but is much larger and more powerful than its cousins. Orcas can grow up to 30 feet in length and weigh up to 12,000 pounds, making them one of the largest and most powerful predators currently confirmed alive in the ocean. Orcas are known for their intelligence and hunting prowess and have been observed taking down prey as large as whales and sea lions. Great white sharks are also now on the menu, and orcas have been known to attack and kill them in battles for dominance. With the size of a whale, the speed of a shark, the intelligence of a dolphin, and a bloodlust to boot, the orca might just be the perfect predator out in the ocean. Number 10. The saltwater crocodile. The saltwater crocodile is the largest reptile on Earth, reaching lengths of up to 23 feet and weighing over 1,000 pounds. It's a formidable predator that roams the coastal waters of Southeast Asia, Australia, and Africa, feeding on everything from fish to buffalo. Its powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth make it quite a sight, and its armored body is almost immune to attack. Saltwater crocodiles are known for their aggressive behavior and have been responsible for numerous human deaths over the years. They're also one of the few predators that actively hunt great white sharks, using their powerful jaws and sharp teeth to take them down. With their impressive size and one-of-a-kind hunting prowess, saltwater crocodiles are a true marvel of nature. Number 11. The Scylla. The Scylla is a legendary sea monster from Greek mythology, said to dwell in the waters of Sicily. It's described as a massive octopus-like creature with 10 tentacles and a body as big as a ship. The Scylla was said to be able to drag sailors down to the watery depths, ship and all, and was feared by all who sailed the seas. The Scylla may be a myth, but some scientists believe that the Scylla may have been inspired by real-life encounters with giant squid, which can grow up to 20, 30, even 50 feet in length and are found in the deep waters of the Mediterranean. Number 12. The Cadbrosaurus.
That this sea monster exists might have just changed.
The Cadbrosaurus is a massive sea snake crawling around in the waters off British Columbia, Canada. It's described as a long, serpentine creature with a horse-like head and a body as big as a ship. The Cadbrosaurus was said to be able to swim at high speeds and chomp up any unlucky sailor that found their way off the deck of their ship and into the murky waters, no matter how big or strong. While the Cadbrosaurus is called a myth, there's no denying that the recent great white shark carcasses that have been found floating on the ocean's surface seem an awful lot like its victims. Number 13. The Mokele-mbembe. The Mokele-mbembe is a mythical water creature hiding just below the surface of the shallow waters of the Congo River. It's described as a massive creature with a long neck, tail, and legs, and a body shaped like a hippopotamus and as big as an African elephant. The Mokele-mbembe was said to be able to swim at horrifyingly high speeds and would hunt anyone that had the misfortune of sailing over the river during night time, attacking fast and leaving without a trace. While the Mokele-mbembe may be a myth, its legend has inspired countless stories and artworks over the centuries. Safe to assume, the Mokele-mbembe is probably inspired by the African hippo, which can be a vicious, powerful creature in its own right. Number 14. The Nahuelito. The Nahuelito is a sea monster said to dwell in the southern oceans of South America. It's described as a massive plesiosaur-like creature with a long neck, tail, and flippers, and a body as big as a warehouse. The Nahuelito was big, strong, fast, and vicious, with a nasty bite and a lust for blood. The Nahuelito has been haunting the dreams of Latin, Spanish, and Portuguese sailors for centuries. Some of them describe the Nahuelito as a giant sea turtle, which can grow up to 60 feet in length. With the agility of a crocodile and the hard shell of a turtle, not only is it a scary predator, it's also virtually impossible to kill. Whatever the truth may be, the South Americans may very well be right to be afraid of the Nahuelito. Number 15. The Taniwa. The Taniwa is a mythical sea creature from Maori folklore, believed to inhabit the oceans surrounding New Zealand. It is described as an enormous serpent-like being with a body the size of a cruise ship and capable of swimming at incredible speeds. The Taniwa was said to drag sailors and vessels to their doom, striking fear in anyone who made the mistake of navigating those deadly waters. Some scientists speculate that the legend might have originated from real-life encounters with giant squids, which can reach lengths of up to 20 feet and are found in the Pacific Ocean. Number 16. The Leopleurodon. Scientists have been buzzing with excitement and concern over a potential culprit behind the mysterious hunting of the great white sharks. Could it be the legendary Leopleurodon, a prehistoric marine reptile thought to be extinct? This massive predator, growing up to 30 feet in length, once ruled the oceans during the Jurassic period. Its massive jaws, filled with razor-sharp teeth, could easily tear through the toughest of prey. The thought of such a beast lurking in modern waters sends shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned marine biologists. But how could an ancient creature like the Leopleurodon survive into the present day? Some scientists speculate that deep-sea environments could harbor remnants of prehistoric life, undisturbed and unchanged for millions of years. Number 17. The Shunosaurus. Recently, the spotlight has turned to the Shunosaurus, a lesser-known but fascinating dinosaur. This herbivorous giant roamed the Earth during the Jurassic period, boasting a unique combination of features: a long neck, a robust body, and most amazing of all, a tail equipped with a club-like weapon. Imagine a dinosaur that looks like a gentle giant but packs a serious punch. Literally, the Shunosaurus used its tail club as a defensive tool against predators, making it a formidable creature despite its plant-eating habits. Number 18. The Hydrotherosaurus. Imagine something straight out of a horror movie. The Hydrotherosaurus, a marine reptile from the age of dinosaurs, possibly hunting our great white sharks today. This beast, with its long neck and flippers, was a top predator back in the day, slicing through the water with ease and munching on anything that crossed its path. Picture a creature about 40 feet long, gliding through the ocean with jaws powerful enough to crush solid steel. It's the stuff of nightmares. Some scientists are wondering if this ancient sea monster might still be around, hiding out in the unexplored depths of our oceans. Considering the recent weird sightings and mysterious bite marks on great whites that have everyone scratching their heads. Could it be a Hydrotherosaurus lurking in the dark, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? It sounds wild, but the ocean is a mysterious place. Number 19. The Styxosaurus. You wouldn't want to be found diving into the deep blue and coming face to face with a Styxosaurus, a marine reptile that roamed the seas millions of years ago. This creature was like the underwater version of a dragon, with a sleek, elongated body and a neck that stretched up to 23 feet long. It was a top predator, using its speed and agility to snatch up anything that came too close. Think of it as a prehistoric submarine with a deadly bite, cruising through the ancient oceans like it owned the place. Scientists think the Styxosaurus might not be as extinct as we thought. There have been some really bizarre sightings and strange attacks on great white sharks lately that have everyone buzzing. Could it be that a few of these ancient predators have managed to survive in the depths, just waiting for the right moment to make a comeback? Number 20. The Goblin Shark. Let's dive into the strange and eerie world of the goblin shark, one of the ocean's creepiest, confirmed living residents. This deep-sea dweller looks like something straight out of an alien movie, with its long, flattened snout and extendable jaws filled with needle-like teeth. Goblin sharks are like living fossils, having been around for about 125 million years, and they still haunt the deepest parts of our oceans today. These guys usually stay out of sight, lurking in the dark, murky depths where sunlight never reaches. What makes the goblin shark even more fascinating is its bizarre hunting method. It uses its snout to detect electric fields produced by prey, and then shoots its jaws forward to snatch up its meal in a split second. While they mostly keep to themselves, there have been occasional sightings near the surface, sparking all sorts of wild theories about what else might be lurking in the ocean's depths. And it might not be much of a stretch to assume that the goblin sharks are starting to get into competition with the good old great white sharks, and that might explain all the hunting that's been happening. Which one of these deep sea monsters do you think is responsible for the great white shark's trouble? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe.